Hi, my name is Ali Raskin, and I'm so happy that you decided to watch this video to learn more about essential oils. And I'm happy to be part of your journey in learning about this crazy oily world. So my background is that I had 18 years in high tech and specifically in telecommunications. And I had my children while I was working full time, traveling around the world. And when my second little guy was born, my second child was born, he right before I went back from maternity leave, became very, very ill. Sent my world in a tailspin, made me change a whole lot of things in my life to help heal this baby. And I learned a lot about holistic health to help heal him. And I can happily say he is a super healthy, thriving 8-year-old child now. I can't believe it. It's gone fast. So when I first started using oils, I was learning and reading and studying everything that I could. I'm not a doctor, so I can't diagnose or prescribe, but I actually have the privilege of working with several practitioners now who are using oils both personally and in their practices. So I do believe that all these plants that we have here on earth are for a reason, and I don't believe they're all just ornamental. And we're going to talk through some of that, of what they can do for us. So essential oils for me was all about health freedom. How do I have on hand, I didn't start with this many, but how do I have on hand to what I need to help my family stay well? There's always a phone call away if I need it, but if I can use something that's safe, that's sitting on my shelf to help my family, that doesn't have any side effects that are negative. They often have positive side effects that don't mask the issue, that help get to the root cause of a health concern. Then that is something that I wanted to utilize. So one of the things that I found really interesting when I started using essential oils is that I learned more about the medical industry and how it really formed over time. So when patent law was developed in the early 1900s, that's when companies were able to actually get a patent on something to call it their own, right? But one of the laws in one of the pieces of patent law is that you cannot patent nature. You have to modify it in some way. And so even in the current days, still majority of our medication is derived either from plants themselves or by manipulating a synthetic to look like the chemical constituents in a plant. So once I learned that, it started to make a little bit more sense to me on all the science behind essential oils. So if you were to get on PubMed.gov or NIH.gov and type in essential oils, you would find thousands and thousands of articles that are scientifically proven, medical scientific articles on essential oils for different health concerns. So what is an essential oil? An essential oil is the plant's natural defense mechanism. It is typically distilled from the leaves, the roots, or the stems of the plant. There are a couple of exceptions to that. So some of our oils actually come from what we call the resin, which is the sap of a tree that dries into a resin, and then that's distilled. And then the other exception to that is citrus oils, which are cold pressed from the rind of the fruit. So what's really cool about that is through proper distillation techniques, there should be no proteins left in the essential oils unless they are citrus oils. So if you have an allergy to a citrus plant, you will have an allergy to a citrus oil, or a citrus fruit, I should say. But other oils do not have proteins in them, which is very good, especially for my little kiddo who had all kinds of issues with food proteins and plant proteins that he was presenting an allergic response to. Essential oils have been scientifically proven to help interact and improve repair our DNA. And one of the reasons that that is true is because they're super, super small from a molecular structure standpoint. So one drop of oil has more than 40 million trillion molecular molecules in it, 40 million trillion molecules, easy for me to say, that actually help repair our bodies. And they're so tiny that it can actually pass through our cell membranes, get inside of our cells, and help our bodies heal themselves. On average, every plant has at least 100 naturally occurring chemical constituents in it, which means you can be using a plant to help, with relaxation and sleep, and find that it's also doing other things to help support your body. So the other piece of that is that they're super, super versatile. So you can buy an oil and find that you can use it for tons of different uses. So they're very, very purposeful plants that can be used in lots of ways. So essential oils are volatile substances. They absorb into our skin very quickly, and they don't have a greasy texture to them like a carrier oil. So a carrier oil is something that everyone has in their home. If you cook at all, I'm sure that you have coconut oil, avocado oil, olive oil, jojoba, grapeseed, one of these oils right in your home. And we use them in conjunction with essential oils for a couple of different reasons. One reason is that if I want to make a body butter, for instance, I don't want to use my whole bottle of lavender. Instead, I want to be using a few drops of lavender with something to spread it on a larger surface area. So we can use them to get our essential oils to stretch further for our budgets. The other thing that we can use them for is to help with sensitive skin. So let's say I want to use an oil that has a hot sensation to it, like a peppermint or a clove or a cinnamon, that have a lot of really amazing properties. If I want to use that on a sensitive area of my own skin, like my face or maybe the Netherlands, or a child or someone elderly, I can dilute that with a carrier oil so that doesn't give a hot sensation to the skin. There are 3 different grades of essential oils. The first grade is food grade, distilled at high pressure, high temperature, totally safe to ingest, but it kills most of the therapeutic benefits of that plant, but is reduces the cost of distillation, right? So that they can use it in foods, toothpaste, mouthwash, that type of thing, to flavor and have a smell. The second grade is perfume grade, which I had no idea that that's what I had been buying for many years at the local health food store. So your perfume grade oils, most of them are distilled with synthetic chemical, the same chemical as like the chemical hexane as antifreeze. Yuck. I don't want to be breathing that. I don't want to be putting that on my skin. I certainly don't want to be ingesting that. The other thing that we find that with perfume grade essential oils is most of them are pre-diluted, so they don't come to us in their pure state. They are diluted in some way with either a carrier oil or another essential oil or lots of different things. So what we're going to talk about is just therapeutic grade essential oil, meaning pure from the plant, distilled with low temperature, low pressure, to keep the oil properties intact so that they have their therapeutic benefits. So when I first started researching this, I was on the crunchy train really fast with my son because I was out of necessity. This kid literally was in dire straits. And so anything that we put on our skin or ate was going directly into my breast milk or into his body through his skin into his bloodstream, and he would get very sick very quickly. So I was doing a ton of research on anything that I was using topically or internally. And what I found was that there was only one company on the market that had truly pure essential oils, meaning no chemicals used during distillation, no dilution with some carrier oil that he would have a reaction to. So Young Living Essential Oils is really one of the only companies in the industry that sells essential oils that actually has their own farms and distilleries, and some very strict partner farms that they work with in a very strict way, ensuring their quality as well. Young Living has been around for more than 25 years. Very well-respected company. There's no pesticides or chemicals ever used on their products, and you are welcome to visit their farm. So if you wanted to go to Utah, which is probably the closest farm if you're in the US, then you can pop into their farm in Utah and just go visit and see firsthand. Very open door, transparent policy. They are the only essential oil companies to submit their oils to ARISE, which is the Association for International Research of Aromatic Science and Education. And every single batch of oil goes through at least 11 different machines testing for, is it the plant that we thought it was? Is there anything synthetic that got on this plant somewhere along the way? Is this a good distillation of the chemical constituents high enough? And I have seen this firsthand because I have been to several of the farms for quite a bit of time. I've spent weeks on farms helping with distillation and with bottling and harvest, and it is truly, to see it firsthand is really puts you in awe of the amount of effort that goes into making sure that the oils that I have on my desk in my home are pure and clean, and I can do what I want with them and feel very comfortable doing that. They also have a huge piece of philanthropy. They have an amazing foundation that gives back in very big ways. None of the money that is donated to the foundation goes to administrative costs. That's all covered by this family-owned company, which was founded by Gary and Mary Young, hence the name Young Living. So how do you use an essential oil? The first way you can use an oil is by ingesting it. So right now I have my glass of water here, and I put a few drops of citrus fresh vitality oil in it. It tastes amazing, and it helps purify my body while I'm drinking it. It also makes me want to drink more water because it tastes great. Our oils are safe to ingest. We do have a specific labeling. So by law, we have to label one as a cosmetic for topical usage and one as a supplement for internal usage. The oils are the same, but we have to make sure that we label them separately because you can't be labeled for both on the same bottle by law. So when you see the vitality label, that's what that means. And you can also put them in your water. You can put them in a spoonful of honey. You can put them in a veggie capsule that you can buy from Young Living or from a natural health food store or online, and fill your oils in a capsule and take them internally. The next way you can use oils is topically. So you can apply them directly to any part of your skin. What's really cool about your skin is that your skin is your largest organ. When you put an oil on top of your skin, within less than 30 seconds, it has made its way into your bloodstream. In less than 30 minutes, it's made its way through every single blood cell in your body. Super easy way to get your oils into your body. And a lot of people in the oil world talk a lot about putting oils on your feet. And there's a couple reasons for that. One is that there are more than 2,000 pores on each of your feet, so it's a really fast way to get it into your bloodstream. The other is that if you've ever had a reflexology massage, you will know that there are different points on your feet to correlate to different parts in your body, so you can be very targeted if you so choose to look on the reflexology chart and pick the spot of where to put them. There's two places you never want to put an oil topically: inside your eyeballs and inside your eardrums. So that is a no-no. You could experience some discomfort doing that. But because they penetrate so quickly, you can put them around your eyes and around your ears and do all kinds of fantastic things to help support your body when your eyes and ears need support. If you do get essential oils in your eyeballs, you do not want to flush with water, or in your eardrums. Don't flush with water. What you want to do is take that carrier oil, coconut, olive oil, whatever you have on hand, butter, whole milk, something with fat, and just put it on your eyelids or around your ears to get rid of that discomfort of getting it inside your eyes or ears. The third way is inhalation, so actually smelling an oil. So you can put a drop in your hand and just breathe it in. You can breathe from the bottle. Or you can wear a diffuser necklace. So this is one kind of diffuser necklace. There's tons out there. There's bracelets, there's earrings, there's everything to your heart's delight that you can choose based on your style. So that's the best way to affect your mood. So if I want to uplift myself or help myself concentrate, then I want to smell that oil. Anything that I want to affect my brain, smelling it is one of the best ways to affect my brain. The next way is diffusing. So inhalation and diffusing are very similar, but when you're diffusing, you're breaking those oils up into the air and they're landing on your skin, you're inhaling them, and you're actually breathing them into your lungs. So it's a great way to get oils in your body. On the topic of making your home smell lovely, which is a great thing to do when you're diffusing your oils, you could do it just for smell or you could do it for a purpose. But more than 75% of the households in America, their indoor air is more toxic than the outdoor air. And that is mainly because of the word fragrance. So that one word fragrance means that there can be up to 300 chemicals in that one labeled word that don't have to be listed out on a package. The most common in the word fragrance is formaldehyde, which is banned in most other countries and pretty much all other countries, I think, except for us and China. So be really careful about the word fragrance. I highly recommend you download a free app to your phone called Think Dirty. Start scanning the things you have in your home and see how toxic they are to different body systems. I highly recommend Think Dirty. While we're on the topic of downloading apps, also highly recommend you download an app called Reference Guide for Essential Oils. It's the one that has a tree with a circle around it. You'll see it in your app store. It just happens to be my favorite one that is great for looking up how to use oils for different purposes, and you can look up the oils themselves. You can look up reflexology points and application points and figure out how to apply them. So great apps to have on your phone that are both just excellent references. Some of the most toxic things you have in your home that you can make quick fixes for in your laundry room, your dryer sheets, your laundry detergent, and then any kind of thing that has fragrance that is supposed to make the room smell nice. So getting started with Young Living is very easy. You can become a retail member, or you can become a wholesale member and get 24% off. And when you buy a starter kit of your choice with Young Living, then you automatically become a wholesale member and get 24% off as long as you stay an active member. So I'm going to walk you through the most common starter kit. We have the Essential Oil Starter Kit, the Premium Starter Kit, which I'm going to walk through. There's also a Makeup Starter Kit based on your skin color. We have a Ningxia Red Starter Kit, which I'll talk a little bit about Ningxia Red. And we have a Thieves Starter Kit, which I'll talk about some of those products as well. So this is what a starter kit looks like. It's a box, and you just slide the cover off, and it opens up like so. So this is a brand new starter kit. These were updated this month. This is March of 2018. And we have some of the most versatile oils that you can find. So this is the top part that I just pulled out of the box here, just came out of the top. And then if you pull out the bottom, you'll find more. So I'm gonna pull some of these things out. I'm gonna walk you through them. So the most commonly used, most versatile oil is lavender. Lavender you might have heard for sleep, spraying on your pillow. It's great for relaxing the body. It's great to diffuse for those reasons. Topically, it is the oil we go to for boo-boos or when you touch things that are too hot. There are so many uses for lavender, and I highly recommend that you search into uses for lavender for so many different uses for your body. The next oil we're going to talk about is lemon. Lemon is very detoxifying. You can put it in your water. These are stuck in here really tightly, so I'm just going to point to them. So lemon is super detoxifying for the body. You can put it in your water. You can use it as a degreaser to get sticky stuff off of things. If you look into the chemical constituent limonene, you will find that it has some really powerful properties. Lemon just also is a happy smelling oil. So when you diffuse it, it's like sunshine in a bottle. It is super happy, and it's a very inexpensive way to make everyone happy in your home and feel clean and fresh. The next oil we're going to talk about is peppermint. So peppermint is known for its digestive properties, like helping with digestion. So you can rub it on your stomach. You can breathe it in and help with concentration, open up your sinuses. It's really good for opening up things. Rub it on your temples when your head is not feeling so happy. It's one of our men's favorites. Men seem to love peppermint. I mean, many women do too, but that's one of the ones that men seem to really love. The next oil that we're going to talk about is copaiba. So copaiba is one of the most powerful oils. It has a chemical constituent called beta-caryophyllene in it. It is known for some pretty amazing properties that help with things that are puffy, eyes, lungs, heart. That's the most compliant way I can think to talk about it. I love to put a drop directly under my tongue or put it in a capsule with frankincense and lemongrass or frankincense and Idaho balsam fir to help when there's discomfort going on in the body. It's a super, super powerful oil, and it's a very neutral tasting and smelling oil. So putting it on topically or putting it under your tongue has very little taste or smell, which a lot of people really like, if they, especially men, if they don't like to smell like things. The next oil we're going to talk about is frankincense. I love to put it topically or right about here, and then all over my face because it's so good for skin. So I would like to look 25 until I'm 65. So I love to put frankincense all over my face. It's also very calming, very grounding, and it's very, very powerful properties in helping keep our DNA and cellular healthy, our cells healthy. So do some research on PubMed into frankincense. You'll find some pretty amazing things about that oil. The next one we're going to talk about is thieves. So thieves is right about here. And thieves is a very well-known oil with Young Living. It is very good at helping keep the immune system healthy because it's great at digesting all the yuck that our body doesn't like, especially in the cold winter time when people are falling below the wellness line. So do some looking on thieves. It's such a powerful blend that many of our products are made from it. So we have household cleaner that's a concentrate that is amazing. In fact, there's a sample of it that comes in the starter kit now, which is so awesome. So we'd use about this much of it to fill with this in a spray bottle. I think I have one in my desk here. And I just use this to clean literally everything in my house. So thieves cleaner, can use it to spray directly on my clothes to help get rid of stains. I use it on all my surfaces, my windows, everything, because it helps digest bacteria and viruses. So it's so great at cleaning. There's also a laundry soap made from thieves, which smells fresh and clean, and you need very little of it per load. There's toothpaste, there is mouthwash, which has sold many dentists that I've talked to based on gum health. There are there's dish soap, there's dish soap and dishwasher soap. So there's tons of things made from thieves. I highly recommend it. It smells a lot like Christmas of cloves, cinnamon, very yummy wintry smell. The next oil that we're going to talk about is Raven. So Raven is a blend that is all about lungs. So I love to diffuse this oil, especially for kiddos or adults who have problems when they're exercising and having some, their lungs are needing some support. So breathing in Raven and Copaiba through a diffuser, rubbing it on the chest is so great for lungs. So it smells really great too. So yummy, yummy to diffuse. The next one we're going to talk about is Pan Away. Pan Away is for those times when you bonk yourself a little too hard or some knees that are feeling a little crickety. So joints, I love to rub it on joints to make them happy. I love to keep it in my purse for my children who are not, can be clumsy at times. It helps prevent a lot of tears. So I love Pan Away. We'll often find Copaiba blended with Pan Away for lung support and Copaiba blended with, Copaiba and Raven for lung support, Copaiba and Pan Away for joint support. Great combo. The next oil we're going to talk about is Digize. Digize is all about digestion. So if you need some help keeping things regular or more solid or driving in a car or those types of things, Digize is your game changer. I have seen this convert a lot of people who weren't necessarily sure about oils, but if you want to support your digestive system and you're someone whose digestive system really needs some help, you will love Digize. It's a really great blend. The next blend that we're going to talk about is Citrus Fresh. Citrus Fresh is a blend of citrus oils. It's great. It smells fantastic. The Citrus Fresh Vitality also tastes fantastic. So you can put it in your water. There's oils in it that help with keeping you lean and trim. It's also very mood uplifting smell. You will love the smell of Citrus Fresh. And then the last oil that comes in the bottom of your box is Stress Away. So Stress Away, I haven't met anyone who doesn't have any stress in their life. So this is an oil that we use when we have big family gatherings and maybe we're nervous about people getting along, or we're driving in the car and there's a lot of traffic, or it's homework time and kids in the house don't really want to do homework, or it's my office and I got a lot of stuff to get done and I'm worried about all that. Stress Away it smells amazing. It has some really great blends in it that help with calming, that help with mood uplifting, that help with that tense feeling that you get in your shoulders. You can rub it on your shoulders. Oh, it's amazing. Love that oil. So the next thing I want to talk about that comes in your kit is Ningxia Red. Do not let this packaging fool you. It tastes fantastic. People have told me they think it's going to taste like tomatoes. It has no tomatoes in it at all. It's a blend of the Ningxia berry as well as some other very antioxidant berries and essential oils that help support pretty much every body system in your body. The story behind Ningxia Red is that the founder of Young Living was very interested in why there were certain pockets of people living over 100 years old. One of the highest concentration is in the Ningxia province of China, and what these people have in common is they eat the Ningxia berry daily. So there's a lot of research that's been done on the Ningxia berry, specifically a lot in China since it is originally from China. So I highly recommend you try to drink Ningxia Red for 1 full month and see how you feel. I haven't had anyone who's done it and decided not to do it anymore because it helps the body so much. It supports digestion, it supports blood health, heart health, it supports blood sugar levels, it supports eye health, you name it. Get your blood tested before and after is all I have to say, because you will see some really positive impacts by drinking Ningxia Red, which tastes fantastic. You can drink 1 to 2 ounces a day. The other things that come in your starter kit, which I'm not going to pick up because I'm afraid everything's going to fall out, there is a roller fitment, and this roller fitment can be placed on top of any oil so that you can make it directly into a roller. A lot of people like to put it on the Pan Away or the Stress Away. And then there's also these little baby bottles, which you can put some oils in and throw in your handbag. So that is the best way to get started with Young Living, is a starter kit. You get to choose a diffuser with your starter kit. You can upgrade to a fancy diffuser like the one behind me here. That's called the Aria. My favorite right now is the Desert Mist. But there are several diffusers you can choose from. The Desert Mist comes free with your kit. And it's a great thing to have diffusers all over your home so that you can either manipulate how everyone's feeling or help yourself feel great. So a starter kit coming with the Desert Mist, which comes with the diffuser, is $160. Again, that comes with the membership with Young Living. And if you are part of the Choosing Joy team, you will get tons of resources and information as being part of our team. Whoever sent you this video, please make sure you get their member number and enroll with them so that we can all support you on your journey. You will have tons of support, but you want to make sure that you're assigned to our team so that you can get access to all of that. And I'm so happy to have shared this with you. Please reach out to whoever sent this with your questions. Have a great day.